my name is Ashley.
And my name is Sarah, and we work at Midtown Carnegie Library in the Children's Department.
Welcome to our very first episode of a new video series called Beyond the Book. We created this series for families who loved coming to Storytime and are looking for ways to continue using the library as a family. We're going to explore how a book can inspire you to learn, read more, and create together as a family.
And our book of inspiration is called The Little Dandelion Seeds the World. And this is a new book in our nonfiction collection. And not only does it have really great illustrations, but it's such an exciting way to explore maybe a really common seed that you already know about. We know dandelions in Missouri, but did you know that they actually grow on every continent in the world? And there's different ways that it travels, as the book shows, in really colorful illustrations. Definitely read the author's note at the back. It talks about how it grows in Antarctica, even on a little island. It's just a cool, inspiring book. If you didn't think seeds were exciting, you got to start with this book.
Parents might be interested in learning more in-depth knowledge about how seeds work. This is a great book called The Triumph of Seeds by Thor Hansen. I read this book cover to cover a few years ago. It's written in very easy to understand language so that you can grasp the wonders of seeds without being a botanist. There's even a really great story about how archaeologists found 2,000-year-old dates buried under the sand in the Middle East. Do you like dates, Sarah?
I don't really, but that's a crazy story.
That's really too bad because they're amazing. They took some of the dates that they found and planted them in a lab and got a tree to germinate from one of the date seeds. So potentially you could have biblical dates.
Maybe I would like those, just aged just right. Well, if you are interested in seeds, you don't have to look any farther than your own library, because we have an heirloom seed library at Midtown Library and at the library station. You get to check out 4 packets per family. We have a circulation system where if you want to harvest your seeds and return them back to the library for others to use, that's great. We have vegetables in our collection, we have flowers, and we have lots of helpful information on each packet for how hard the skill level is, and just different things you might want to learn about your seeds. So definitely check this out.
If you're interested in exploring seeds in a non-gardening format, you can find this book from our adult nonfiction section.
It is really heavy.
It's called The Book of Seeds, and it features magnified photography of different seeds that you might be familiar with, or they might be something you've never heard of before. This is something that grows in Missouri. It's the Siberian iris. You might have some in your garden. Did you know that it came from a seed? This is the magnified image of the seed. This is the actual size. It's got some information, like the Latin name and what kind of habitat it grows in, and just kind of a couple paragraphs about the Siberian iris. This is a great book. I'm just a little tired. You can also just explore seeds in your own kitchen. How many things in your kitchen are actually seeds? You might have a hamburger for dinner and notice that you have sesame seeds on top of it. The bun from your hamburger is made of seeds. If you have some beans, those are seeds. If you drink coffee in the morning, guess what? It came from seeds. What other kinds of seeds can you think of in the kitchen?
If you cut an apple in half, you're going to see seeds in there. Grapefruits have seeds. They're everywhere.
So grab a magnifying glass and go exploring in your kitchen.
Our last book that I wanted to talk about was seeds. And this author has a really unusual name. Her name is Karma Lemneskates. And Ashley has a really cool story that talks about her name that she'll talk about in just a minute. But this is another really cool book by an author-illustrator who is telling us about different seeds and just how they travel, but all the just different unique ways that they are designed. Really colorful illustrations. And we also talk about seeds like seeds of kindness. So this is just a great overall book about gardening, but also about relationships. She has a lot of great books in her collection that Ashley's going to tell us about too.
I really like this author-illustrator. And in order to talk about her for Beyond the Book today, I had to learn how to pronounce her name. So I looked it up. She's got a website, and I discovered that Lamnescates is not actually her name that she was given when she was born. It's her pen name. It's a name that she adopted to use for when she publishes books. The way that she got her pen name, she used to host a workshop for children at her studio. And one awesome fun thing they were doing one day was just messing around and drawing what they called sleeping eights. And the author saw what they were doing and said, that's a mathematical symbol. It's called a lemniscate. I hope I'm saying it right. Apologies to any mathematicians. But the kids thought, well, we thought they were sleeping eights, lemniscates. And the author thought that that was really fun, so she decided to use lemniscates as her pen name. We've got a bunch of books by her in our collection. There's one about birds, there's one about trees, and this is a great book that's sort of meditative. It's called Silence. It's about sort of being quiet and slowing down in the world. Maybe taking the time to watch something grow. Her website also has a number of activities that you can do since her workshop is temporarily closed. Here is a cute little paper garden that you can create, or you can work on your spelling and learning about vegetables. She's got a neat video on a flip book that she created about seeds growing. It's all great.
Well, we hope you and your family are inspired by our video today. We hope that you can explore beyond the book for books and activities you can do together as a family, no matter what ages. Make sure to tune in next time for our next Beyond the Book.